was saying, here's a raspberry bed, and over here we have some not quite complete waterworks with some water plants in them. Whether it'll be a gray water system or a pond for fish is unknown at the moment. More raspberries over here. So these are some heritage roses that we actually transplanted from our house in San Diego. It's not a really beautiful rose, but it's an incredibly fragrant rose. It smells the way you expect roses to smell. So in here is one of our greenhouses. Most of the seeds were put up here as they were starting, and then down below we mostly try to plant things like peppers and eggplants, things that need extra heat, though there's certainly some very lush volunteer chard plants. Okay, there's the tomatoes. Starts are really doing well. They're tomatoes. It's good to start them and then repot them and then repot them. We also did an experiment this year of planting in eggshells, and now Brian has transplanted them into a pot with more soil, but we'll leave the eggshells, which will give them some of the calcium that they need. So here we have onion starts, and looks like some more lettuce over here, some of those eggshell starts. Okay, this is sort of a storage and wild area. We have stored some granite and wood and the compost piles on the other side. Walking out onto the dock, various things planted in the pots. And though I want to spend more time in the garden, but that plant back there with the purple flowers is a type of malva. It's technically a weed, but it has some good uses, and actually the young leaves can be eaten, and the seed pods on them are kind of like okra. Okay, let's see what Brian is over here. We've been weeding out a lot. We tend to not remove a lot of weeds unless we need it to remove them for planting. So we've done some removing here, though we're going to leave most of the borage. He's just added a bunch of compost to the soil and is digging it all in. We're going to make cheapies for beans and plant squash around them. This is a bed that was planted about a month or so ago, maybe a little bit longer, maybe February. It's now the beginning of April, with lettuce and garlic, and again the perennial volunteer chard, and there's some potatoes growing back there. This is a plant that I'm very fond of. It's called tree collards. It grows very easily by just breaking off a piece and sticking it in the ground. You don't have to worry about seeds. It's easy to pass on to other people. I like it partially because it doesn't grow in the soil. You don't have to worry about a lot of dirt in the leaves, like in the salad I ate yesterday. And also it's the best tasting cooking green I've ever had. This bed has some garlic in it now. We'll have tomatoes later. This is, okay, let's see. Here we have garlic that was planted last fall. It's doing pretty well. It'll probably be ready to harvest in about 2 months. And various other things planted through the garden. There's also beds that are being prepared for planting. So we tend to leave plants in pretty long, let them seed. Over here we have some broccoli, and I don't know whether you can see the bees flying around. We're getting ready to get new bees probably tomorrow. We've been cleaning up the beehives. A collection of recycled pots. The deck. Okay, what else can I show you today? Another one of those malva plants. It was very interesting that these seed pods here are things that could actually be eaten either in a salad or cooked like okra. California native that has a very nice fragrant flower. I don't remember what it's called. Let me see, we have some grapevines. There's a variety of grapevines growing in various places. some more California natives, butterfly bush, another grapevine. These were curly willow branches that were harvested from the tree, though they're sprouting again. We're going to use those for making a teepee for the beans. This bed had tomatoes in it last year and is in the process of being prepared for tomatoes again this year. Various flowers off in the distance. That's a broccoli plant gone to flower and then to seed, though actually the flowers are quite tasty to eat too, both eating them directly or in the garden. This bed, which has sticks over it to keep the cats out, has been recently planted with rapini, which is related to broccoli, but where you eat mainly the leaves. There's also some carrots in it and some onions. Back over there is the salsify that I got the seed from Jay Parks in Indiana. Okay, other interesting things, another curly willow, the prickly pear cactus, which we harvested the fruit earlier. It's very tasty syrups and jams and drinks, and just a lagoon in the distance, some coots floating by, lots of coots in the water. Okay, there goes Brian with another load of compost. Boy, I can't believe how much that tree has grown. We twisted around. That was supposed to be a green manure tree, is some kind of a leguminous tree. Up there is where I live, at the porch level, and then the little pop-up studio beyond that. I guess I can walk over and show you the chickens. I don't know how long this video is going to last. I'm surprised it hasn't just cut off. It tends to do that. But as long as it's going, I'm going to keep on videoing. There's some rosemary off there and the hot tub beyond. An iris in bloom in the raspberry bed. It's a blood orange bush, or tree, a little tree, I guess. Some bamboo. It's a very small width diameter bamboo. I wish we had planted some tree, sturdier bamboo too. Oh, there's the bunnies. Oh, they just went and disappeared, but maybe they'll pop up. Brian just put a lot of weeds, so that we're doing obviously a lot of weeding preparing that bed, which makes the chickens, the bunnies, and everybody else really happy. They get lots of green things to eat, which makes them have very yellow yolks. Hello, ladies. Yeah, their yolks are actually more like orange, as Brian said. I mean, this winter I did a comparison between one of our eggs and a supposedly free-range eggs from the store, and there's just no comparison. Okay. Well, I better get back to work, but let's walk by this way. I haven't gone this way yet. Another little seed house, greenhouse that was given to us by some people we met when we were marching against the war, and they heard we were gardeners and said they had a friend that had a greenhouse they wanted to get rid of. The seeds originally started in here, and then they got moved into the bigger greenhouse. It looks like we've been trying to make starts off our blueberries. It looks like a blueberry start that is still alive. The other seed storage seed, this is, I don't know what it is. It looks like some kind of a broccoli. And all these peas. And time to get back to work.